Morning folks, hope you had a good weekend. Didn't watch too much football. Right, okay, what should we do? It's a Fabriano £130 studio paper, practice paper. A couple of cakes with the hairs sort of coming out of them. Okay. Colours, cadmium yellow light, that's artist quality. Raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey, and burnt sienna. Right, okay, so let's get some colour in there. When your brush splits, as it does invariably, just bring it back together again on the palette and just do this, and it will come back. But there does come a time when you'll need to change them, but they're not that expensive, not like sables. Right, now then, let's get some nice colour. Now, somebody asked me, where's the light coming from, Dave? Well, I don't know. I just put the paint on. But with some of these, I do like to get some sort of direction of light, but not always concerned with it. Let's get a bit stronger in that sky. I think right, okay, but that's okay, I'll try that. So take your headphones off, folks. Ready, go. Estuaries are always good fun to do, with a bit of distance and some bits coming in from the sides and a bit of foliage. They are quite easy to do. I've done hundreds of them, but I never lose the attraction for them, because they all turn out differently. I don't copy any other work, but of course when you look at other people's work, as we all do, you pick up ideas, but what you don't do is copy them. You do your version of them, because otherwise you're just painting mechanically. And right, let's just get that nice and flat and see how that's turned out. This turned out quite nice. A bit of cloud hanging down there, a little bit here, some little bits of bare patches, a little bit. They add interest. Right, okay, so let's put a background in. Using those sky colours. There we are. Bit of red. across there. Got the camera angled. I hope you can't see my head, or at least the headphones. Right, we'll get some distance in there. Well, distant trees anyway. Let's just cover that in. Look, forever putting hairs out. Right, okay, that's right, and some else. I'm just stiffen up with a bit of Payne's grey. Oh, it just can't read. Bring one side over further than the other. And we'll put a bit of a sandy colour in. I can put some lovely Payne's grain yellow over that. Going quite low, but I show these off in a large amount that's larger, really just fits the piece of paper. This is 11 by 15, but the mount is cut for 16 by 12 inches. A nice bit of sand in here. Just like that, that's Payne's grey. These days I start a sentence and I forget what I was going to say. Age. I'm just painting wet in wet at the moment. Oh, right. Now we want a bit of that yellow. So we'll put some in there with the grass, bit of grass. Then mix with the other colours. Look, it just adds a lot of lovely colour with little effort. Okay, I'll go back over this side and I'll use a bit of Payne's grey, a bit of that yellow. So I want to put some foliage on here. I'm just putting this in for effects. It's probably wrong, because I'm not sitting in front of a Boston Harbour or something like that, or Chichester Harbour. And you can balance that. That mixes, makes fabulous light, dark greens with that Payne's grey. Just balance that with the other side. Look, I just put some yellow on that brush. And look. Give all my secrets away. But you have to remember when you first start out, it's very confusing. And several tips I'll give you would be, don't go and buy loads and loads of brushes. You won't use them, or if you do, you'll find the one you like, and then all the others you'll never see again. Very, very light. I'm going to do some background on there in a minute when that's dry, but it is dry, I think. Push the brush, but look, it's just a light touch. I just love this colour. I inherited a lot of paints from a friend who gave up watercolour painting, like acrylics and oil, when she got more interested in writing a book, a novel. But she's been quite ill since, so saw her suddenly, but she's... I didn't ask her about a book. But she gave me all these colours, all these small watercolour artist quality tubes, loads and loads of them. I've got a fisherman's box with some trays inside that I just full up. I'll give you an example. Oops. No, just a few colours. What's that? Marine blue. I was going to use that. Marine blue. Then you've got Payne's grey and Viridian and stuff. Permanent white gouache, designer's gouache. That's a little bit. But these little ones as well. What's that one? Watercolour, Windsor blue. Well, if you use Windsor blue, you'll be bowled over with it. It's a wonderful blue. But my goodness me, it gets into all the other colours. It's like Prussian blue. I don't use Prussian blue. I just use my ultramarine. Well, there we are. The colours I use for watercolour are here. Look, the cadmium light, I've just been around the corner with the colours here. But that's my basic palette for oil painting and acrylics. Not the light, this is a watercolour, the cadmium light, cadmium yellow lights, but the Payne's grey, burnt sienna, ultramarine, light red sometimes, but it's very close to the burnt sienna. Very rarely use alizarin, but that's by choice, and yellow ochre instead of raw sienna. Just a few colours. Four colours plus Payne's grey and the white. I don't class the Payne's grey as a colour. It's sort of an accessory. It's a shortcut to making darks. All right, that's not quite flat there. I'll put that there. Okay, well that's nice and. Right, I'm going to do this background now, and then I'm going to start texturing the foreground a bit more. Some bushes, but with that light yellow, you can go over these paints, and it just it doesn't mix. It gives you a lovely surface glow. Best way I can describe it. Right, so I use this some medium hake. That's got hairs coming out of it as well. So we'll have a bit of Payne's grey, a bit of blue, and that would be enough for some greens. If you put in a bit of that green, more hairs come out of the brush. Actually, I won't use that one. I've got another one. I got this one. It's the one that my friend Glenn sent to me some months ago. Always have plenty of cloth just to wipe your brush on. So we've got a nice greeny blue, and we can just start going over here, just with the edge. Oh, just touch. We might have a bit too much water on the brush here. Shout if my head comes into the picture. That's why I've got the camera offset. Go all the way across. That lovely, cool, greeny blue. Just with that touch of that lemon, that cad yellow, but only a touch because it overpowers the ordinary colours, the Winton colours. Right, that would do. We can put a little bit of dark, shadowy stuff underneath. Just palette grey. Just add a little bit of texture there. Whoops. Hopefully that blend. Right, what I'm going to do now is just to wet the paper slightly. And we'll get that colour, and we'll just go along here to give a reflection. Some of that's going to be covered over. Now that'll dry quite a bit lighter, so I'll just strengthen it up a little bit. Right, okay, that should be enough to suggest a reflection and water. Right, okay, I'll give that a quick dry. And then we can get back to some actual painting. So we've got three planes there. We've got the sky, the middle distance and the foreground. So we've created an impression of vanishing by using cooler in the background and warmer in the foreground. Right, okay, now I'm going to use this. I don't know, he sent me this brush a couple of weeks ago. And it's a lovely little hake, really good quality, quite a lot of hair in that, or goat hair. Now let's get some some of that light. Just go over it. Look, it just obliterates. I haven't tried this with white, with gouache. I don't use a lot of gouache. Just gets me out of trouble now and again. Oh, it's got very heavy there, so we'll just go over that. Oh, grasses, marsh grass, or look how it brightens everything up. A little bit more on the left. So I've just used all those little points of the brush. I'm using them just as a sort of a slight stipple. Oh. Right, now I'm going to do some, put some foliage in. I'm not going to do an outline of the chunk first. I'm just going to paint burnt sienna, bit of that yellow. Touch of water, and then we can put this colour in, sort of autumny colour. It's that time of year where the day seems to stay quite dark throughout the day, and it's flipping cold. Okay, we'll just let that go for a minute. It's the autumn colours, or my autumn colours. Let's put a bit of... I can draw underneath with a brush the skeleton of the tree, bit of Payne's grey, bit of that burnt sienna. Right, a bit more. When I put the chunks in, that'll change, and I will put some shadow in, a little more shadow. So let's just get some of this on here. We won't make it too obvious. No, I do need a bit of that dark. Right, okay, let's get some of this in here. Let's just cover a bit of that. Oh, get some yellow. Just add a bit of this yellow to that burnt sienna to give you sort of autumn colours. That's got a bit heavy there, I think. So we'll a bit of Payne's grey. Just go over it while it's wet. You can work on this while it's wet. Right, now that is overpowering. I'll bring this tree down a bit. so it can create the illusion that it's nearer. Right, get some of that sienna back into here. Right, that's sort of might have done the job. Right, so we've got plenty of shadow in there. We can add a bit of texture, a bit of green, a bit of dark green, Payne's grey. Right, a little bit of reflection on some of that here. Let's well, I'll go through there. I think I might up a bit. Right, let's get into the quick dry, and then I'll just put some tree trunks and things in. Got a nice brush. I've got Frank Clark's brush. So a bit of burnt sienna and a bit of Payne's grey. Right, see that sort of opens it all up. You don't need white or anything. It just puts holes in the background that you can interpret as trees. I've got to come down further with here, and I'll accentuate that sort of shadow. Alright, a bit of light coming, oh, some lovely light coming through there. Now I'm in the shadow of my hand.